guy, and he's like fucking 4 hours long, and you're like, I hate comedy. I never want to see a comedian again. That's not what we want to do tonight. Tonight we want to finish things up by around, I'm going to say 10:30, 10:20, something like that. But get fucked up in the meantime. I'm going to hold off. You're not first necessarily because we want to get this guy out of the way. I know you guys are just biting at the bit here to see this guy. This gentleman can be seen, I don't know, buying hookers or asking to buy hookers or explaining the differences between a penis and a vagina. He's going to come up here and break down what cis means. Does anybody know what cis means? No. Well, if you do, he's going to tell you anyway. Give it up for Budsy, everybody.
Give it up for Kevin. And I'm really glad to be here at Carl Martin's. I'm glad to be anywhere these days. But no, I wore my shirt, and this is for I'm supporting lesbian baseball, and so. But see, he was talking. Kevin was talking kind of disparagingly about trans, and myself, I like lesbians. And he was talking about cis. Now, cis is the opposite of trans. That's where. It's being cis, that's actually Latin. It's one of these millennial terms for stays the same. It means a person was born one way, they're still that way, and they want to stay that way. It's like a man, he was born with a penis. He still has that penis, and he wants to keep it. And a woman, she was born with a vagina. She still has that vagina, and she wants to keep that coochie. But see, myself, I identify, because I came from Portland, Oregon, where I'm going to talk about the insurance and drivers up there in just a minute. But see, I identify, in Portland, you can identify as whoever and whatever the fuck you want to identify as. So I identify as a cis male, heterosexual lesbian. And when that kind of angers some of these other lesbians out there. They, especially because you think this comedy stuff is tough. You should try to go into a lesbian bar and convince the lipstick girlfriend of a female truck driver that you're Jada Pinkett Smith, and you're just here in town for a few days looking for some action. And they say, you're not Jada Pinkett Smith. You're a white man with a beard. And I say, well, I identify as a white Jamaican because I was taught how to cook barbecue by a Rastafarian priest. And I told you I was going to talk about Portland drivers because he was talking about insurance. See, I know that in Portland it's worse insurance than it is here. It's more expensive there because, see, up in Portland, all the pedestrians have the right of way, no matter what. If you're on a bike too, I almost ran over several while I lived in Portland. Several of these pedestrians and bikers, and I didn't mean to, but I think that's why drivers are so bad up there is because they're afraid some of these pedestrians and bikers are going to they're going to run over one. And of course, everybody's stoned up there, so they're going to get tagged with that. Now, see, myself, and I was telling you, I am a medical marijuana patient. Do I have any weed smokers out here? See, like I said, I'm a medical marijuana patient. I don't smoke weed. I medicate with cannabis, medical marijuana, cannabis. That's it. And but see, what I'm right now, I'm Dr. Budsy. And I have been a dental surgeon in the past. Actually, I was a dentist. I was not a medical doctor. Because I know if I'd been a medical doctor, I probably would have been a gynecologist. And I know for a fact I would have gone to prison for that. But see, I'm Dr. Budsy. I'm actually the president and founder of the American College of Medical Marijuana Obstetricians and Gynecologists. And I don't do much obstetrics anymore. I sometimes prescribe these morning after pills with these dumb bitches that don't have their. No, I'm not going to say anything about just ladies. If you're with somebody that you don't really know, make sure you have them put a condom on, because you sure don't. Maybe you want to have a kid, but myself, I don't think I should probably be allowed to have a kid. Not because it's probably I'd be a bad parent. And it's not that I would beat my kid or anything. I just probably would be so self-centered I wouldn't pay any attention to them. And that's probably why I don't have any children now that have anything to do with me. So, but people ask me why did I move here to Las Vegas. It was to make more money and meet more women. But I'm here with I would say she's my significant other. She's my girlfriend, but she's not my soulmate. Because she's not a lesbian. See, what I identify as, like I said, as a lesbian, and my ideal relationship is a monogamous relationship with 1 to 3 hot cis bisexual females, preferably between the ages of 22 and 37. And the reason I put it at 22, because I'm not a pedophile. I'm what I am, and a lot of people identify me as an old, short, bald-headed white guy. And people, I say, what is it about us old, short, bald-headed white guys that women can't seem to get enough of? Oh yes, money, and I do wish I had some, because I'm trying to get back and open my restaurant back up, because my former partner and we got into an actual fight, a physical fight over barbecue sauce. And since I'm Dr. Budsy and I make medicated barbecue sauce, it's a hard way, it's very difficult to make medicated barbecue sauce if you don't have barbecue sauce. So I'm probably going to be, while I'm getting my restaurant back open, I'm going to be driving for Uber. Well, you got to do something somehow. And I used to be Walter White, the best cook and best salesman, but I'm no longer Walter White. I am Dr. Budsy. I'm a self-appointed, board-certified cis-male, heterosexual, medical marijuana, lesbian gynecologist. Y'all have a good evening. Good job, Budsy. Good job.
Cisgendered, medicated, gynecological, dentist, barbecue sauces. You guys fucking caught up on fucking all that nonsense. This is how horrible it is to be a white man now. Like, if you're a white man, you have that urge to get on stage and for 7 minutes try and convince everybody that you're anything but a white man. I'm a lesbian, I'm a cisgendered, please, anything but the... I swear I'm not trying to oppress anybody. I'm just a lesbian gynecological. Whatever the fuck's going on with that set. Did you mention the green door this time, Budsy?
Nope.
Didn't mention the green. Usually he's plugging the green door up here, so eventually they'll get a woman in there, and it'll be very uncomfortable for everybody.
Yeah, I've never been in there.
Yeah, you've never been in there? You just slurped in the fucking parking lot waiting for people to come outside? Is there a woman in there? I'm not spending $80 unless I know there's a woman in there. There's no woman yet. Sorry, hang in there. All right. 15th and 16th? 16th and 17th, right? 16th and 17th. Our next comedian is going to be recording her album at Wise Guys Comedy Club